This will be my 25th year as a stock market trader. Seriously, I am not kidding. And just hearing that out loud sounds so crazy to me sometimes. And I can't believe I've actually been doing it for that long. But it's been the kind of career that has far exceeded my wildest dreams. Now, I say that because what was crazy is the very first 6 years of this journey far exceeded my worst nightmares. Because back then, all I ever did was lose money. Like seriously, every single day of the week, I lost money. And trust me, I was trying everything I could do to become successful. Like any hot stock pick that they would promote on financial television, I totally bought that. Any kind of holy grail technical analysis trading system, I totally bought that too in the attempts that it would rescue me from the hell that I was currently living in. Like any kind of chart pattern, chart setup, chart indicator, market theory, I studied that relentlessly every day, every week, every month, hell, every single year, only to end up far worse off than the day that I started. That right there sounds crazy too, but that was the reality I was living in at the time. And it got to the point where I truly believed, I'm not kidding, I truly believed there has got to be like a gremlin in my computer screen, a market gremlin that's just waiting for that right time for me, just to push that button and get into the trade so it could barbecue me alive. Because that's what happened. Like everything I touched immediately turned to trash, and like this hell would never end. Now, fortunately, somehow, either through stubbornness or just diligence, throughout this dark 6-year period, I would stumble across 3 valuable things that would ultimately change me as a trader. It would take me from a struggling amateur wannabe trader into a professional, consistent trader. And what's unique about these 3 things is when I first started, I had no idea that it would be these 3 things that would make a difference. It was the farthest thing I was thinking about at the time. I didn't think this is what I needed to do to become successful. So what I'd like to do in today's video is share with you these 3 things. For any of you out there that might be in a similar situation where you just seem to be spinning your wheels, that every sort of theory or any sort of technical pattern or setup or anything that you do just backfires against you. And for any of those that are in that to feel like, hey, the market's working against me too. Maybe these steps can get you just a little bit closer to becoming the trader that you were set out to be. So stick around and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's start with number 1, which is technical analysis. And let me be the one to tell you that technical analysis has its flaws. It can be inconsistent, and it's far from being a perfect system. But before you come at me, I want you to hear this. Even though it has its flaws and inconsistencies, it's still the best tool that us retail traders have to compete against the big boys and big girls of the market world, because it helps us get into the right kind of trade at the right time. It helps us identify where the biggest buyer, where the biggest seller is located, and whatever idea we have, how can we position ourselves in the best possible places to be successful. Now, when we start out, we sometimes believe there is that holy grail, that there's going to be this pattern that constantly works every day, all the time. Or there's a special line or a special moving average or some secret that people are keeping from us that once we know this, it's going to change our world. It's not. They're simply used as data points. What's more important when it comes to technical analysis is to understand things like market cycles. Like, what kind of market cycle are we in? Are we in an accumulation cycle, a distribution cycle? Are we in a sketchy sideways cycle? What kind of instrument are we trading? Are we trading a beta stock, a penny stock, a commodity, a futures contract? And what time of the day are we trying to execute the trade? Those type of things right there will make a significant difference on the results of your technical analysis. They will give you far more consistency and far more clarity in the market. So try to take your technical analysis and think about things like market cycles. What kind of nuances does the trading instrument that you're trading have? What kind of behavior? Because every kind of instrument has a behavior. You need to understand that. And there are just a few specific times throughout the day where your chances of success are extremely high, and you want to be present for those. Now let's move on to number 2, and that is, it doesn't matter what your win-loss rate is. It matters what your P&L is. Your P&L is what will determine whether you stay in this business or you get kicked out of this business. Now, certainly it's great to have a nice win rate. We all want to be winners, but the true definition of a true winning trader is what's reflected in the P&L. And your P&L right now is what you are as a trader. Love it, like it, hate it, agree with it, disagree with it. That's what you are. That's your starting point. But it will be that P&L that will keep you in this game. Now, why I say this is there's going to be a few select times that come by every week when everything that you're looking for lines up, when it is risk on for you based on your strategy. And at that moment in time, you need to trader up. You need to step in there with both hands and any hands that you can get your hands on, because that moment can make or break your month, make or break your year. Now, I'm not saying you go out there and headhunt every single time, but once you've developed a strategy, you will realize it works differently in different types of markets. Those are the moments that you need to be at your very best. And when you can do that, and when you see what it is you need to see, you must get the confidence to step up there and make it happen. Otherwise, you're never going to get out of your own way. And let's finish it off with number 3. And that is, there will never be this point in the future where you truly have mastered the art of trading. It will get better for you, but there will always be something that you need to learn, because markets are constantly changing. The strategies that were viable when I first started don't really work today. The theories, all of the quotes, that doesn't work anymore. And as technology keeps entering the market with us being able to trade from mobile phones via apps, and information is readily available to us through social media, all of those things did not exist when I first started trading. They seriously impact the way that the market works. Not only that, with QE and other kind of Federal Reserve monetary policy and intervention, it changes the way markets operate. And certain assets will go through hot and cold cycles. Everything comes back around again. So it's important that you're constantly learning, that you're constantly studying, that you never feel like one day you've reached that mountain, because there's always going to be another mountain to climb. Now, guys, if you can take these 3 steps and you can put them together and just start looking at the market differently every day, and you can wait for those precise moments and strike at those precise moments, things will get better for you. Now, if you'd like some help with that, down in the description box, you'll see a link that will take you to our weekly newsletter. We do a whole full market outlook. We talk about our favorite stocks, give entries, give exits, and share our trading strategies. Best of all, it's completely free. I want nothing for it. But for those of you that are looking to go the extra distance and get that much closer to being profitable and being successful beyond your wildest dreams and leaving your wildest nightmares behind, make sure you sign up for that. Until next time, I want to thank you for watching this video.